Peace be upon all of you. I represent Malaysia and I come from Terengganu, a state that produces oil, but I'm not in oil business. Thank you, Edward. Tonight I'm wearing the costume from my state, Terengganu. It's called Southern Clan Community. We are not called Peranakan like Penang, Kuala Lumpur, Singapore and Malacca. We are called Southern Clan Communities. Thank you. Thank you, Edward and Gourmand Awards, for honoring and allowing me to express my humble gratitude for the international recognition of my publication, Kulit Manis and Waterfront Heirlooms. As fate would have it, my journey started in 2006, together with my accomplished creative team from Singapore, Sylvia and May, who urged me to get on with the publication as they knew we had a good thing going, and the rest was history. Back then, I was only a homemaker, caught up with raising 7 children, and never dreamt that today I would be standing in front of all of you in the midst of like-minded publishers. Now a little about the book Kulit Manis, which started me on my literary journey. Kulit Manis looks at Terengganu's heritage from the perspective of its culinary history. 88 traditional recipes are featured, representing the true flavors of Terengganu, transcending traditional Malay, Chinese, and Indian cultures. Readers will be intrigued with anecdotes of family marmitras and the mouth-watering dishes detailing interesting stories behind them. The recipes are less regimented as require the cook to be instinctive, with a pinch of this and a dash of that. Nevertheless, all made with great love and passion. Kulit Manis is a celebration of Terengganu's historical, cultural and culinary heritage and the harmonious multiculturalism that is woven into its social fabric. This book evolved from my love of Terengganu food, which we enjoy on a daily basis on special occasions, especially so for my beloved children and grandchildren to treasure. I was fearful that unless these recipes are compiled and published, many of these dishes would fade into oblivion. With each succeeding generation, recipes become diluted by changing tastes, compounded by working mothers who are unable to spend time in the kitchen. Cooking is relegated to others who would invariably introduce their own influences to dishes. As I work with my creative team to conceptualize this book, we quickly realized that the fate of our cuisine is entwined with our historical and cultural heritage. Much has been lost, a lot remains to be saved and captured, both in words and images. But there is precious little time to waste. This epiphany had to include a bigger treasure of greater significance. In the end, my initial desire to document a cookbook took second place. In a way, it worked out better because I'm not a chef or a proper cook. I cook only when I entertain. And with cooking, practice makes perfect. The format I chose to articulate these recipes is akin to how mothers would relate the recipes to their daughter through word of mouth of years gone by rather than exact science. Before I end this talk about Kulit Manis, I would like to share with you the sequel to Kulit Manis. It is entitled Waterfront Heirlooms, Reflections of the Kampung Cina Peranakan, which was completed and launched in 2019. This 288 pages book covers the East Coast Peranakan of Terengganu. Waterfront Heirlooms is the first comprehension publication on the East Coast Peranakan, and it took 8 years in the making. It is a journey of life from womb to tomb, with recipes from birth to death. It gives me great pleasure to share with you this short video clip. Please enjoy. Thank you and God bless.
Kampung Cina is only 800 meters long. I was born, bred, educated in Kampung Cina. During our teens, it was so free and carefree. I started off with my first coffee table book, Kulit Manis, A Taste of Terenggano's Heritage, and it has won the Gourmand Cookbook Award for Best Local Cuisine Book in the world in 2010. That was so exciting. And after that, I thought I'd like to go back to my roots, that is Kampung Cina.
This narrow strait of Kampung Cina is very unique, where the early Chinese came in and settled.
You see, in those days, a lot of Chinese, they travel by boat. The boats and landed in Terengganu because of the northeast monsoon. Up to a certain period, the Chinese government didn't allow the women to leave. Some Chinese marry a Malay woman, they stay in the Chinese house. Then the Malay woman will adapt the Chinese culture. The children will be taken over by the father. He becomes a Chinese boy. So what is a Peranakan? Peranakan actually came from Qingmualang. So they are locally born Chinese. So this Peranakan is a bit unique to Kampung Cina here. The real original Peranakans are the Kampung Cina people.
Our cuisine is different from Penang and Malacca or Singapore Peranakan dishes slightly. We are more sour. We assimilated the Northern Kingdom, Thai, Vietnam. There was so much life in Kampung Cina. It's just a street, but there's so many stories.
Anh chồng mẹ, masa tu aku kong sui bo. Mana icai, they were very obedient.
Memang là chiêu căng á, làm bây giờ làm chiêu lại chủ ấy, làm cho cả kỳ, làm khoa làm cái anh nói cho làm cả kỳ lại nghiên cứu ra. Chủ cá hủ, ai cá suy quay lạng gì là trong này kia.
We had so much fun because the river was our lifeline. Today, it's not what you will see during my time. It's so different. They have taken the back part of a house, Kampung Cina, and built concrete like esplanade, you know. And we have no river at the back. It's all concrete.
Tengu giala te do boi cha khao gia ki to chpai bo do.
Bo ka liao.
Bo ka liao lu ga se an cho lu sim an cho.
Sedih.
Nó một biển nó chân hoài.
Things have changed a lot. You see that some old houses have been altered or renovated or rebuilt. Yeah. But some of the houses have remained as they were. Right. Yeah.
Basically, things have changed. Terengganu is becoming an old folks' home. Only the old ones are remaining behind.
And And the whole social structure is really different.
Kinh bố đó bố lại theo chủ liệu là
là tầng kim số cho thì
chỉ hoa cũng có mi là chịu chủ
nữa số cái bố cả lăng thì
bố lăng mùi đâu qua ở đây nó qua ở đây nó lấy mà chỉ bố lăng mùi bố bố chọn bi ô ha quaจะล้างไงchứ.
I like to end my journey, go back to my roots and document the Peranakan heritage to keep for posterity. Because we are the only bridge to the future generation. This is also for the conservation and preservation of the Chimoalang, the Sarungklek community, of their rich heritage of the Chinese Peranakan.